Hey there, everybody. I'm here today to do a Top 5 Wednesday, which is a thing that I just saw on YouTube that's going on. And this week is apparently Top 5 books that you want to be made into movies. I saw a couple videos about this. I don't remember who did them. I didn't watch them yet, but I wanted to quickly make a video before my sister came home while I have this whole messy room behind me. Today's pajama day, by the way, in case you didn't see that. Yeah, so just kind of ignore the mess. Let's smell all my sister's stuff hanging there. So my top 5 books to be made into movies is, I had a really hard time deciding because there were a couple I knew right away. Then there were some other ones which already are apparently in the process of being made into movies, so kind of had to scratch those out because what would the point of that be? Kind of moot there. And then there's other one that I've just, even though I really like the books, I wasn't sure if I wanted a movie or not, because I don't know. But to make this really quick, here's 5 that I ended up finally pulling. First one is the Eon and Iona Dragon Eye duology by Alison Goodman. This was like one of my favorite duologies or young adult series ever. Just really action-packed storytelling. And Alison Goodman's writing style is just so amazing because she really makes you immersed in this world. That's what kind of makes me hesitant to see it as a movie. I'm like, oh, are they going to do it well enough? I don't know, but I still think it would be, if done right, of course, any of them if done right. If done wrong, then they're going to be horrible. If done right, it could be really great as a movie, or a movie series, I guess. So I'd like to see that. I don't know if it'll ever happen. I don't know if it's big enough, but, you know, you can dream, right? The next one I pulled is the Across the Universe trilogy. This was Shades of Earth because it was the closest book that I could grab by Beth Revis. Yeah, so I really liked this book series as well. Now that I've finished the whole series, I think I could probably say it's one of my favorite series too. Just, I love the characters in these books, the mystery elements, the lack of stupid love triangles and all that corny stuff. And it's just, again, it's another action-packed series. You know, it's never boring. And if they do it right, it could be great as a movie. Again, I'm kind of nervous that they would screw this series up too. Not that bad. And again, I don't know. I think this is a popular series, but it's not really one of the big ones like Twilight or, you know, Hunger Games or Divergent, which is one of the ones I would have mentioned if, you know, there weren't already a movie coming out. So, again, I don't know. I don't know if this will ever be made into a movie, but it'd be really cool if it did. The next one I have is the... Crap, I forget what this series is called. The, shit. Oh, yeah. I had to look it up. The Birthright trilogy by Gabrielle Zevin. I think this would be a pretty easy series to adapt because while it is a quote-unquote dystopian series, it doesn't really have much to it in the way of special effects or anything crazy like that or sci-fi. And it's pretty much... It's almost like a contemporary series because that's the issues that are in it. It doesn't have anything to do with, you know, like I said, the crazy special effects and all that kind of things like the other books that I mentioned are more into the fantasy sci-fi realm. This is really not. So, but, like I said, for those, is this, would any of you think that this series is that big? Is it that popular that it would be made into a movie? I don't know. I want it to be. I would like it. For some reason, I think maybe it's because of the lack of, you know, all that CGI that wouldn't be needed or anything like that. I think that they would have less of a chance of screwing this one up. That they could just focus more on the characters and on the story rather than trying to make it look good. So, we'll see. We'll see, maybe. Next one I have is like my number one. The Lunar Chronicles, this one's Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I just read the third book, Cress, like last week or whenever it came out so amazing. This is probably going to be one of my favorite series ever. I can't wait to read the last one. This next year is going to go by way too slow in terms of that, at least. Oh my god. I love these characters in these books so much. I really want to see them on screen. But again, I'm so afraid that they're going to ruin it. That they're going to mess it up. They're not going to do it right. That they're going to get the wrong actors or something like that. I don't know. What I've really been thinking would be neat is if they did an animated movie series, or, you know, an animated series on TV. I don't know. I think movies would be cooler. Because then there wouldn't be that many of the problems with casting and special effects and CGI, because, you know, this is a really sci-fi heavy, you know, dystopian fantasy-ish series. But I would like if they could do it correctly, a live-action version. I haven't been too into animation or anything like that for a while, but I think these are pretty popular series, and I think there's a good chance that we'll see movies of them. But like any adaptation, I'm always afraid that they're going to screw it up. I'm paranoid, okay? Can you blame me? Because while there have been a lot of good adaptations out there, there have also been a lot of horrible ones. So you're always taking a chance. The last one is something really different, and this is just a random example. It's pretty much any book by Georgette Heyer. She's not really a popular author. I haven't seen her mentioned by anyone else in the booktubing community. She's probably one of the biggest names in writing Regency romances. She wrote, from like the 1930s to the 70s when she died, I think. She is a pretty popular author, and probably not as much today, but all her books are, you know, new in print in the last couple of years, so that must be saying something, that people are buying them. There have only been a couple movies made of her work. There was a German movie of one of her books, Arabella, and then another one, The Reluctant Widow, was made into a really dumb adaptation back in the day, in black and white. I don't remember exactly what year. But other than that, maybe because that movie ended up being so stupid, I don't know if it's my imagination, but I think the author didn't want any more movies made. I don't know. But she's been dead for a while now, so I think they could do it. This one that I'm holding probably isn't a good idea because this is a collection of short stories. But there's some of other ones, like my favorite one of my favorites, The Talisman Ring, would be really neat to see, or Sylvester, Regency Buck. Those are three of my favorites that I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, I don't know why they're not being made, especially because, you know, period movies and Jane Austen, Regency is so big and popular, especially over in the UK with BBC and all that. They make so many other adaptations of things, and Downton Abbey is really popular now, even here, so I don't know why nobody's apparently thinking of adapting one of these books. And I'm very sad about that, and I hope they eventually do, because I really want to watch them. Yeah, so that concludes my video. It was really done on the fly with no preparation whatsoever. Tell me what you guys think of my picks. Tell me what your picks are, etc., etc. I've got to wrap this up, but see you later. Bye.